Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your February 2017 mid-month readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers who are with us for the first time. And my thanks always to those of you who continue to watch and listen and follow my YouTube channel and for your support and feedback and comments as well. Thank you as well to those of you who continue to reach out to me for one-on-one readings, both my first-time clients and my regulars as well. And thank you to my regular clients for the frequent updates that you send and how the readings continue to play out in your lives. And if anyone is interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, and that'll give you a little more information and my contact address, which is Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. I would be happy to work with you. I do a variety of types of personal readings, lengths of time, live or recorded, including a yearly overview, a 12-month overview, which is a 24-card spread, which examines um, your life in all its major sectors for 12 months from the time of the reading, which you can do at any time during the year, but I always get a lot of requests for them at the end of an old year and the beginning of a new year. And also a love compatibility spread relationship reading, which seems to be popular around this time of the year, mid-February, because we look at Valentine's Day. So if you're interested in that, just mention that in your email and we will go from there. Current turnaround time for personal readings is anywhere from a couple of days upwards of 2 weeks. But since I do readings full time, 6 days a week, I'm usually able to get back with you pretty quickly and set up a reading live or recorded within a 2-week period of time. So enough of that, moving right along into the readings. Remember to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well. They may play out a little more predictively for you and give you additional bits of insight and clarity into what's going on in your life. So try to watch all three, sun, moon, and rising, if you know them and if you can. So this is the last of the mid-month readings. This is for Leo, the fire sign of Leo, Leo the lion, for February 2017, mid-month. What does the remainder of February 2017 have in store for the fire sign of Leo, Leo the lion? Okay, Leo. We begin with we begin with your card. We begin with strength, followed by the Four of Swords, the Queen of Wands, there you are again, followed by the Five of Cups, the Fool, followed by the Ace of Wands, the Four of Wands, followed by the Ten of Cups. Wow, what a beautiful combination. And from the bottom of the deck, your crowning card representing overall energy and advice is the Six of Wands. Really lovely reading, Leo. Fair amount of fire energy as well. We have four wand cards, which is a very forward moving energy, the suit of wands. It's all about creating and building and manifesting and very forward moving. And we have two major arcana cards as well, the fool and strength. Looks like there's a lot of energy in new beginnings this month. And we end with the four of wands and the 10 of cups. Happy surprises, some unexpected blessings, and some celebratory energy in home and family as well, perhaps a wedding, anniversary, celebrations. So let's begin, Leo. We start off with the energy of strength, followed by the Four of Wands. So strength is a major arcana card, significant profound energies here. Strength is about not only having the strength to hold fast to something, it's also about having the kind of inner grounded strength and courage to face our fears, our doubts, our insecurities, wrestle with our demons, so to speak. And the wisdom and strength and insight we get by going through that and coming out the other side. It's also about self-acceptance and self-love. Coming to terms with what we are able to control and change, and letting go of what we're not, and coming to an acceptance as well, and also just acceptance of who we are as an individual, which is what enables this woman to move forward into her future so courageously and with her head held high in motion. This lion, the savage beast that she has tamed and done with such gentleness, a gentle kind of strength. This lion is symbolic for, again, fears, doubts, insecurities, difficult things which you may be struggling with. It's about just kind of facing things head on, dealing with them, exposing them for what they are, and um, accepting all of who we are. Now, strength is paired with the Four of Swords. Here we have air energy, which is the element that governs the suit of swords. It's a cerebral, mental, intellectual suit. As those of you who follow these know, it is all about what goes on up in here, our outlooks and perspectives and belief systems, how we look at things. It's about our words and our ideas and how we communicate those. The Four of Swords is a card of rest and respite. It's a card of withdrawing from conflict or needing to withdraw from conflict. The presence of this card can indicate that you are taking a time out because something has really kind of worn you out, or the advice is that you need to take the time out, withdraw from conflict or challenge. And paired with the strength card, of course, there's a lot of you watching. It's not going to mean the same things to everyone watching to the same degree or intensity. How could it? But the energy remains the same regardless of the specifics of the situation. So for some of you, you have been strong. You have been strong for quite a long time. You could have been hanging in there with something, being patient, working very hard, hoping, wishing, waiting, wanting, working very hard at something. And you've come to a point where uh, the presence of the Four of Swords can represent feeling tired, exhausted, worn out, and needing to kind of take a step back, and maybe get away for a couple of days if you can, rest, recharge, do whatever it is that makes you feel energized and recharged again. Some of you are already in the process of doing this. Because for the majority of you, regardless of what the situation is, although I think for a lot of you there's a strong connection with a relationship or home and family of some kind, and moving forward into the future, concern about the future, there's a sense that you've been manifesting a lot of strength in the situation that I keep getting the phrase, you've been holding firm and keeping the faith and hope and faith and trust that whatever it is that you're waiting for, or whatever it is that you've been putting all of this work and strength into dealing with on a daily, weekly, monthly, even yearly basis, um, is going to pay off for you. But it feels like for a lot of you, it's okay. It's time to take a break in one way or another. This could be an actual getting away physical break, or just taking some time out, um, maybe not going out so much or not being as social. It feels like it feels like a lot of you have expended a lot of your strength, and you need to put some more focus and intention and energy into taking care of yourself right now. Rest, maybe do some self-nurturing things, whatever works for you, and kind of recharge. The Four of Swords is also a card that represents needing to withdraw from conflict, struggle, challenge. So for those of you who are still in the middle of dealing with something that's required a lot of strength and work and effort on your part, uh, it's time to kind of back off from it for a while and carve out a little niche where you engage in some self-nurturing rituals or some self-nurturing activities. It's time to take a break from whatever it is that you've been pouring yourself into, and not to get caught up in negative energy too, because it looks like for some of you there's a bit of a temptation or a challenge in dwelling on what you don't have, something that you lost in the past or has been taken from you, or just any empty spaces in your life that you're still dealing with. Because next we transition into the energy of the Queen of Wands, followed by the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups, here we have water energy, which is the element that governs the suit of cups. Cups is all about that mercurial world of our feelings, our emotional landscape, relationships, and love. It's emotional energy. And the Five of Cups is a card of often about feeding into too much negative energy, particularly around the past. You can see that this man is sunk down to his knees in the grass, and He's in grief. He's feeling a sense of sadness, of loss, of emptiness, of grief over these three goblets, which are tipped over and spilled out, which represent something that he's lost, something that he feels has been taken away from him, or something that he wants. They could represent an empty space in his life that he wants to fill but doesn't quite have, at least have yet. And all of his attention and focus is on this sadness, this grief, this emptiness, this bitterness, perhaps even. But this isn't the Three of Cups, it's the Five of Cups. Right behind this man are these other two goblets, these beautiful golden goblets, still upright, still full, representing that there are still blessings in his life to notice, to take advantage of, to be grateful for. And they can also represent opportunities which he may miss because he's only focused on really what is no longer there or what is not currently a part of his life. It's a card about more looking behind rather than being present focused or looking ahead. And wherever we're focused our attention on, that's kind of where we're at. You can't look in two directions at once. So the advice that always accompanies the Five of Cups is, again, take a step back and take a look around. Try not to get too caught up in sadness or depression or any negative energy about painful or challenging things in the past. Or again, for some of you, it's about empty spaces in your life now. You're dwelling more on what isn't there than what actually is there. It looks like Spirit is indicating there are still blessings and things to be grateful for in your present life, and opportunities which are still around you or which may be coming that you run the risk of kind of maybe perhaps not noticing or missing out on because you're only focused on the negative or on the pain, particularly in about the past. Now, the Five of Cups is accompanied by the Queen of Wands, which is a very different kind of energy. And I'm feeling your energy off of this and also advice on energy that you need to manifest. The Queen of Wands would be a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This could represent you yourself, Leo. It could also represent someone else in your sphere who strongly manifests the character traits of the Queen of Wands. But I feel like for more of you, it's energy that's inherently easy for you to manifest because it's fire energy, which is your energy. And as it crowns the Five of Cups, which is a card about inaction, kind of being stuck in something and not really seeing anything else but your own pain and past hurts and challenges. The Queen of Wands would not do that. The Queen of Wands would represent somebody who, as a fire sign, she's very dynamic, creative, passionate. She's very action oriented. She's not one to rest on her laurels for very long. She's a good problem solver. She's very charismatic, a good leader. She's very good at getting the job done or inspiring and leading other people to do it as well. It's very action oriented, strong, fiery, passionate, creative energy. Queens and kings represent individuals who've reached the mastery of their suit. So this Queen of Wands is very good at creating, building, manifesting energy. She's very much focused on getting done what needs to be done in the present and planning and being very action oriented about the future, which is what is going to help you kind of overcome this energy of the Five of Cups and also not to get kind of stuck in this energy, which would be easier for you perhaps than some of the other signs, Leo, because the Queen of Wands is inherently your own fire energy anyway. I feel like for some of you, there's an opportunity in front of you, a very strong opportunity to start out on a new path, to begin to kind of create something new. Perhaps it's something that you've never done before, stepping outside of your comfort zone. Let me turn my phone off here really quickly. Sorry about that. And perhaps some of this energy, this Four of Swords and this Five of Cups energy, can represent that some of you may have been, it feels like you went through something challenging recently, maybe even something painful, or it's something that you've been dealing with for quite some time and you reached a point where you just kind of got stuck in it and perhaps we're having some struggles and challenge with with having hope and faith that the path that you were on was the right one, or that things were going to work out in your favor. And it feels like it's time to really get out of that and be very action oriented and very much in your own element and pulling yourself out of that. I feel like some of you have been kind of going through a lot of perhaps sadness or depression, but it's kind of made you kind of go into a shell, or be kind of stuck in a period of either inactivity or not only doing the minimum or basics that you need to do in your day-to-day life. And it's really time to kind of pull yourself out of that, because next we have a very powerful combination of the Fool, Major Arcana card, my favorite card, and the Ace of Wands. Both of these cards represent new beginnings. The Fool actually represents that that place in between something ending and something else beginning, where you're still considering options and possibilities, and they're limitless, endless. You're just kind of going over them. What's possible? What could you do? What could you achieve? It's about stepping outside your comfort zone and perhaps taking a bit of a risk, because sometimes only the really extraordinary things that we hope to achieve in life come from actually stepping off the tried and true path and trying something new, doing something which may feel a little bit risky. And again, what this is going to vary from person to person. Some of you, this could be in job and career path. Others of you, this could have something to do with a personal relationship or home and family. Some of you, this could have something to do with moving, perhaps relocating. Some of you, I'm just getting, some of you, there's a marriage coming for some of you. Some of you or there's a wedding coming for some of you, and you may have temporarily gotten a case of cold feet, or there's some energy about being a bit scared, a bit nervous about it. That's kind of interesting. Feels very specifically focused only for a couple of people. But overall, there's this general energy of moving out of this stuck place that you've been in into new beginnings, and to really challenge yourself in doing that. And also to remember that it's more about the journey than it is about actually reaching the destination or being so goal focused or destination oriented. It's always good to have goals and to work towards those goals, but the Fool is here to remind us that the real beauty, the real joy and value is in what we learn on the steps to what we think we want, all about the lessons we learn. Now, the Fool is paired with the Ace of Wands, more fire energy here. Aces represent one, they represent the beginning of a new path, the start of something. Seeds which, if planted and taken care of, will grow to their full fruition, their full potential of what they're designed to manifest as. So the Ace of Wands would represent a new beginning this is very energetic. It's very action oriented new beginning. It's about starting out on a new path and putting action behind what you dream, what you visualize, what you want, so that you can actually begin to manifest it into reality. It represents being at the beginning of the path, but it's action oriented, meaning that it's time. Again, overall, whatever the specifics are, it feels like you've been stuck, and maybe recently you've been kind of having some difficulty with, hope and faith somehow in something that you want, or something that you've been working for, or where you've been at. Maybe looking back at the past and kind of spending too much energy dwelling on the past, when it's really time to move forward into this new beginning, to really step outside of yourself and push yourself in this new beginning. Now, at or towards the end of February 2017, Leo, we have an absolutely lovely combination. We have the Four of Wands paired with the Ten of Cups. It's such a happy celebratory energy here. The Four of Wands is kind of the happy surprise card. Typically, when this comes up, it represents a surprise coming your way, a blessed one, a good one, something coming out of the blue in an unexpected way, perhaps from an unexpected source. It can also represent a certain situation turning out better than you currently anticipate it doing. It's a very positive card. It's also a card that has a strong energy of celebration around it, and it can represent an actual a celebratory event, a wedding, an anniversary, a birthday party, a graduation, something which is a cause for people to kind of get together and share in joy and celebration of something, of a body of work or a culmination of work or effort that you've put into something. And it also represents that around this celebration, something else is coming in an unexpected way to kind of elevate things. Hence the happy surprise phrase. It typically represents that there is something unexpected coming for you towards the end of February, beginning of March, Leo, that will cause things to work out better than you currently think they're going to. And it is a cause for celebration. Some of you are going to be attending a party or an event of some kind at the end of February or going into March. Uh, a wedding, an anniversary, a birthday party of some kind, a get together, which you're already looking forward to. But I feel like there's some kind of energy around this event that's going to be surprising, but in a very positive way. And I feel like where you're currently at, Leo, for those of you who are having some difficulty emotionally now, maybe struggling with depression or sadness or grief, I feel like the universe is asking you to fight that, to really not, don't give it any energy, don't feed that, because there's something coming quite quickly for you, a brand new beginning for you, that's totally achievable and totally possible. And you need to kind of hold on to that hope and faith that the path that you're on is indeed the right path, and that things are going to work out better than you anticipate, because it's all about divine timing and orchestration here. And there's a strong connection or theme with home and family here, not only in that Four of Wands, because this is a celebration event that's about more than just you. It could be, it's friends, family, home, that kind of energy. And it's paired with the Ten of Cups, which is water energy. Water is the element that governs the suit of cups. So this suit is all about our emotional landscape, feelings, relationships, love. It's a very emotional energy. Tens represent the end of cycles, the coming full circle or culmination of a suit. So the Ten of Cups represents all of your emotional cups upright and full in this beautiful rainbow of colors here, being at a place in your life where you feel like things have finally come together. The puzzle pieces are fitting together, and you just feel like everything's going right. The way that the what you've wanted, everything's finally happened for you. Um, there's a strong sense of home and family harmony and unity and happiness and contentedness, but a sense of solidity, of coming home, of continuity, of stability and safety in this as well. Again, with the theme of home and family. It represents, it's called, when it's referred to as the happy home card or the happily ever after card. And again, paired with the Four of Wands, it feels like at the end of February, beginning of March, Leo, something is going to be happening in your life, at least for a lot of you. There could be a party or an event that's occurring that you already know about. But again, there's some kind of energy coming in. Something's going to be happening, which is unexpected, which is going to elevate everything and make it that much more bright and that much more beautiful for you, and leave you feeling in this place like finally all this effort, all this time, everything that I've been doing, it was worth it. And now I'm finally at this place where it feels like everything is coming together, and everything is unfolding as I have always been hoping that it will. So it looks like maybe right now, and maybe just recently, you've been kind of in this place emotionally, Leo, for a lot of you, regardless of what this is specifically about, where it feels like whatever it is for a lot of you, it's been going on for a while, and you just kind of got stuck in this point where gosh, am I a fool? Am I really on the right path? Am I fooling myself? Maybe kind of having a crisis of faith or doubt in the path that you've been on. But again, it looks like holding fast, holding strong. There's new beginnings coming, powerful new beginnings coming, unexpected. There's unexpected energy coming for you and coming very quickly within the next few weeks. And it's really going to elevate your emotional experience and the energy of where you look at your life path and what your experience with life path is. And it's going to there's an energy of celebrating this with friends, family, and loved ones, and a happy home energy around it all at the end. And that's beautifully underscored in the energy of your crowning card representing overall energy and advice, which is the Six of Wands, which is a card of success, triumph, overcoming something. This man went off to achieve something, struggle with something, and he was triumphant. He's riding back into town triumphantly, dressed in his best, his horse is prancing, the banners are waving, the crowds are applauding and giving him cheers and praise and accolades. It's also a card of public recognition as well. There could be I mean, this story is gonna split off for what it means because there's so many of you watching a lot of different ways. Job, career, you got a great new job, a promotion, a bonus. You're being recognized for a project or for work of some kind. Some of you may be getting married, celebrating an anniversary, having a homecoming of some kind, perhaps buying your first home. Uh, I mean, it's going to be a variety of different things. The main theme, Leo, is that it feels like you get stuck in maybe some doubt, a crisis of faith. Uh, what am I waiting for? Am I really on the right path? But just hold fast because there are these new beginnings, these beautiful new beginnings. This creative action oriented energy is coming, and it's coming very fast within the next couple of weeks. Some unexpected, wonderful, blessed things that's going to put you at a place in your life where you feel like it's all been worth it. And it's victory, triumph, success. And it affects more than just you too. This is other people kind of celebrating in this triumphant energy with you. So lovely, lovely, bright energy. And since Leo is my primary sun sign, this is a happy reading for me to see and deliver as well. So Leo, that pretty much wraps up your February 2017 mid-month reading. I hope you have enjoyed it, that you find it useful and perhaps brings you a little bit of clarification on what's going on in your life. And some hope and faith and kind of hanging on for those of you that have been kind of maybe hit a little bump in the road, particularly in a mental and emotional energy kind of way. So I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the March 2017 general readings. And if anyone, again, is interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, please feel free to click on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage for more information. And you can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the March readings. And until then, as always, Leo, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.